All right, so as you can see right here, in Ontario, in the Toronto area, which is an area we talked about with that 401 video that was very popular. You guys love that video. Well, they are building a new highway. The Premier Doug Ford is going for Ontario Highway 413. Let's take a look at what this one is about.
A handful of protesters opposed to Highway 413 targeted the Premier's news conference on the project. Their signs obvious in the background as they also attempted to be heard.
The transportation infrastructure we need to fight gridlock and drive.
The Premier and his transportation minister announcing they've awarded the first 2 construction contracts, with the actual building starting soon.
What I've been told, this is going to start in the next few days, and the other interchange is going to start in the next couple of weeks.
But the government won't say when the highway will be finished or how much it'll cost. The transportation minister sidestepping those questions.
Oh, let's stop it right there. So, my Canadian folks in Toronto, is that how it's done up there? They can start a project and not even tell you how much it costs? That's like the main thing. Is the cost before anything. So let's see, they can get away with that in Canada?
The cost of not building is far, far greater, and we know, and we've made a commitment to get shovels in the ground. So over the next couple of years, you will see the contract has been broken up into many different pieces.
Part of the controversy is that the province has said the 413 will save people up to 30 minutes driving along the 52 kilometers across the northern GTA. But an expert panel in 2017 found the time saving would only be 30 seconds. However, the Ford government has dismissed that finding. Opposition parties and the protesters suggest alternatives to the highway, such as removing the tolls from Highway 407 for truck traffic to relieve congestions on other roads. That's a no-go, says the Premier.
No, we talked to the trucking association, and the problem with that, you put trucks on there, and when they all get off at the same exit, there's going to be a lineup backed up from here to Timbuktu.
Environmentalists don't like that the proposed highway will cut into the Greenbelt, saying it'll mean...
All right, so looks like the debate here is whether to build 413 or make 407 free. Now, some of you guys in the comments on the other video told me that Doug Ford was saying he was going to buy out the 407. Was that one of his campaign promises? Well, it looks like he has changed his mind on that. Let's take a look at the Google map. I always like to go to the map. Let's get here to Toronto, or some of them say it's Toronto. So with this road, this 413, so this one that has traffic on it, that's the 401. That's the one we talked about on the video. So of course, there's a bunch of traffic on it. This green line right here, this is the 407. This is the tolled one. And this new road is gonna loop around here like this. So it's basically like another outer loop in Toronto. So what he's saying is that it'll back up the interchange if all the trucks are getting on 407 from 401. And maybe not. But that's not a big deal. You can just, if you had to, I'm sure it'd be cheaper to add a new flyover ramp or widen the existing ramps or build new ramps for trucks rather than to build an entirely new freeway. So I don't get that comment about the trucks. But it looks like he's going back on his promise to buy out the 407. If I recall, that's what you guys said he was going to do, was to buy out the 407. So it looks like that's not happening. You guys are getting 413 looped around here, around Brampton, and running up here. Let's go back to the video.
Paving over 2,000 acres of prime agricultural land, and they want answers on the cost.
Why are we building a highway that hasn't been costed? So the estimates at this point are between 12 and 14 billion dollars. Show us the numbers, Premier Ford.
The Premier also connected building the highway to the fight against U.S. tariffs.
It will keep drivers moving and keep our economy going. No matter what President Trump sends our way, construction alone will keep 6,000 workers on the job.
The Green Party leader responded to that, saying in a statement that the premier is using tariff talk to justify wasting billions of taxpayer dollars on a highway that won't solve gridlock. He suggests the government do more to expand public transit.
All right, so that's the deal on the 413. Yeah, that's kind of a reach to claim this is going to offset tariffs. This has nothing to do with tariffs from what I see. So looks like this is already happening though. Doug Ford is getting this highway. He said the contracts have been awarded already, and he doesn't even have to tell you guys how much it costs. But hey, at least this time around, the people who are protesting it are protesting leadership. They're not protesting the engineering firm that's designing the highway. So at least we've made some progress on that front. I might look a little more into this highway. Might do a separate video about this one because I want to explore more of the details on this whole thing. But that's Ontario 413, guys. Doug Ford. Seems like he's the king of Ontario. He's doing whatever he wants up there.